In this tutorial, we will review how to exit the enrollment by recording an exit assessment. As a reminder, all assessments that can be an entry, update, annual, or exit assessment should be recorded from the client's dashboard. Be sure you are on the client dashboard for which you want to exit. If this is a family enrollment, be sure that you are on the head of households record. From the client dashboard, simply scroll down. Under the enrollment section of the client dashboard, find the active or open enrollment for which you want to exit. Click on the action arrow and choose Exit the Enrollment. This will open a workflow. As a reminder, please remember all the do's and don'ts related to workflows. Do not click on your back arrow in your internet browser. Do not navigate outside of your workflow by going to a different website. Do not click the pause or cancel button. You will want to complete your workflow from beginning to end so that there is not any missing information for this assessment. I know that I am in a workflow because I have a pause and I have a cancel button, and I also have a progress bar over to the left. The first data element for this assessment is exit date, which defaults to today's date. If this is not the date the client left the program, be sure to backdate it. The next required data element on this screen is destination. We refer to that as the exit destination for the client. Now that the client is no longer going to be in your program, what is their new living situation? Notice you have homeless situations grouped together, institutional situations, as well as temporary and permanent housing situations that are grouped together. However, if we scroll down, there are some options listed under Other. No exit interview completed is applicable for clients who disappear from the program. God forbid, if your client is deceased, that will fall under Other as well. However, there is an option for Other. We do need to spend a little time here. Per the data standards, users should not be recording Other unless they have submitted and been approved via a HUD Q&A. We are asking that if you feel that your client's new living situation should fall under the Other option, please place a service request. Your HMIS team will give you the appropriate exit destination, or we will get the correct information with HUD guidance. When recording Other, users are prompted to record exactly what that other destination is. In the past, we've seen the name of a shelter here, or the client may have moved to a new city or to a new state. Well, both of those options actually fall under one of the categories that's already predefined for us. You may not know the exact situation of the client, but please choose what most closely matches your client's new living situation. Again, users are not permitted to record Other for exit destination unless a service request has been submitted to your HMIS team and you've been given approval for this. Let's come back to exit destination and let's choose our client's new living situation now that they're no longer in my program. There is a check mark placed in the exit case assignment box. This means that this client will no longer appear on your caseload from your home page. This is to help you manage your caseload. Let's click Save in the bottom right corner. The next screen will bring you to the Universal Data Assessment. The first data element required on this screen, you have to scroll down, and this will bring you to health insurance. This is asking what is the client's health insurance coverage now that they are no longer in your program. If this information has changed from the last assessment recorded from the client, go ahead and choose the appropriate answer for your client. If there has not been a change in the client's health insurance coverage since their last assessment, you are welcome to use the default last insurance status. Let's click Save in the bottom right corner. The next screen is barriers. Remember, barriers is asking about the client's disabling conditions, whether that is alcohol abuse, chronic health condition, developmental disability, drug abuse, AIDS or HIV, mental health, or physical disability. Now that your client is exiting your program, do they have any of these disabling conditions? What was recorded at the last assessment will pre-populate for you, and if there have been any changes, go ahead and make those changes. For this example, I'll just say no, my client no longer has an alcohol abuse. And let's click Save and Close in the bottom right corner. Most users will come to Income and Sources and Non-Cash Benefits. We'll scroll down a little. Remember, assessment date, I don't need to do anything with that. I'm skipping over that date. Notice there is a default last assessment. If there has not been a change in the client's income or non-cash benefits from the client's last assessment date, all you have to do is click on Default Last Assessment, and what was recorded in that previous assessment will pre-populate for you. Let's scroll to the bottom and click Save and Close in the bottom right corner. Let's take a look at our progress bar over to the left. There's now a star to the left of my family member's name. Her name is Lucky T. And now I'm being asked, do I want to exit Lucky T as well? And yes, I do. In this example, I want to exit the entire family. Let's click yes. I'm being prompted to record what is the exit destination for my family member. That may be the same or it may be different from the head of household. Go ahead and record that answer. Notice exit reason is not required, so I don't need to record anything for that. What I didn't mention earlier when we were exiting our head of household is that if you scroll down on this particular page, you are able to record a service within the exit workflow if you choose to. All services have to be recorded before the enrollment is exited. So if there are any services that you want to record for the client at the time that you are exiting that client, then you can do that from the very first screen, which has exit destination. Let's click Save in the bottom right corner. This will bring us to the Universal Data Assessment for our family member. Let's scroll down, and the very first question is health insurance status. Again, if your family member's health insurance status has changed since the last time the client had an assessment, go ahead and record what those changes are. If the client has not had any change in their health insurance coverage, then all you have to do is click on the button for last insurance status, and that information will pre-populate for you. Now we're on barriers for our family member. Go ahead and record what barriers the family member has now that they are exiting your program. Once you've done that, let's click Save and Close in the bottom right corner. Notice I did not have any questions related to income or non-cash benefits, and that's because my family member is under the age of 18. Most programs only require that information to be recorded for those over the age of 18. I now have a message that says you're done. If I take a look at the progress bar on the left side of my screen, there are green check marks from the top to bottom, and all we have to do is click on Finish. This will bring me back to my Head of Households dashboard. If I scroll down and under my client's enrollment, I can now see that the only enrollment my client has is now titled under the Exit section of their enrollment screen, and the enrollment has been exited. There's a project start date as well as a project exit date, how long the client has been enrolled in the program, and what their exit destination is, and the last date that they were assessed. These are the services over to the right that have been recorded for my client. And if I click on the two people up in the top left corner to the left of my client's name, I can toggle over to my family member and see that same information for my family member. And this will conclude the tutorial for exiting the enrollment by recording an exit assessment.